Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about having a Virgo Jupiter in your natal chart, or Jupiter in Virgo, depending on how you want to say it. It's the same thing, just different ways of expressing this. But anyway, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the Jupiter signs, Jupiter placements in a natal chart. They were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, firstly, well, Jupiter is the lucky planet. It's connected with luck, and the person that has Jupiter and Virgo in their natal chart may simply be lucky when being analytical, being punctilious with details, being observant to things, being observant to the point where you're seeing a lot more than what the average person does. It can be also too being frugal as well, doing things that are cost efficient, doing things that are getting the being price savvy when going to the stores, doing also being reliable, as an example, can impress supervisors and can help you, help promote you. And now I understand that could apply to just about anybody, but regardless of astrological placements. But it may be more emphasized having this placement as opposed to many others. Now, also to being industrious, punctual, showing up on time, being timely with things, being at a place at the designated time you say you're going to be, being very precise in those matters, being systematic and methodical. Those are the things which can be tied into one's luck. Now, I've talked about this before, that Jupiter can be very paradoxical. It's strongly benign and benevolent, but it could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. And having your Virgo and Jupiter, well, I mean, it could in some cases enlarge issues with Virgo body parts, such as the spleen, pancreas. It could be enlarged, intestinal issues, or even something with the abdomen, as some examples. And also, too, it can enlarge, the positive and negative traits of Virgo. It could enlarge, the positive qualities, such as being meticulous with details, punctuality, being reliable, systematic, methodical, health conscious, but also the negative ones which can be overly persnickety, pedantic, critical, judgmental, cynical, as some examples. Now, Jupiter in astrology is also connected with what we have enthusiasm and exuberance for. So, having this placement, there may be a certain exuberance and enthusiasm for statistics, whether it's compiling sports data, if you're a sports fan as an example, or just analysis in general, extrapolating data, projecting data, based on what about the person, or whatever a trend is statistically, whether it's financial data or what have you. Um, it can also be the person may actually, people with displacement may actually be more enthusiastic about cleaning and sanitation more so than the average person. Just about organizing, could just be getting, the home clean. I mean, if you have the same fourth house, or if it's conjunct your moon, the person may be, somebody that's very enthusiastic regarding, cleaning up a disheveled home, as an example. It can be also organizing things, compartmentalizing, such as defragging a computer, as an example. This is somebody too that when you have this placement, it can be just doing things, having a daily routine, and also extrapolate. It could be again compiling data, or doing anything that's Virgo related, such as data entry, or even working as some systems or data analyst, as some examples. Now, Jupiter is also associated with our philosophies and beliefs. So people that have this placement, maybe very, have a certain belief system about being, scrupulous and ethical and moral, doing things, being proper in manner, in their manner, doing, if you're in a position where, a subordinate worker, you may be somebody that really, follows, what authority tells you, being that really trying to be, the prototypical employee. Um, it also can be, as far as this placement goes, being, your philosophy might be tied into just being, an ethical worker, being industrious, working hard, being punctual and reliable in matters in general, and being very meticulous with your with detail, seeing every whatever you can, in a situation or what have you, being able to analyze things thoroughly. Now, Jupiter also has a connection with sports. So, some sports, this person has this placement maybe into. Could be chess as an example, because there's a lot of analysis that's involved and it's very cerebral. And the thing too is also, um, walking could be, just walking vigorously, because you have, if it's very repetitive with the movements with the feet and the arms moving as well. Also, I would say, as far as a professional sport goes, Major League Baseball, because Major League Baseball is something that is played almost every day, during the season. Or if the person is in some recreational baseball league that plays almost, almost virtually every day, that would be something, sports related the person may be interested in. And also, things, sports that require precision. It could be, bowling, or archery, darts as some examples. Say golf could be something that this people with Jupiter and Virgo can be interested in as well, because a lot of times when people golf, they, sit back and they analyze for a little bit and take their time, with their swing before they hit the ball, on, trying to figure out, how hard they're going to swing it and so on and so forth. And Jupiter is also connected with higher education. So when you have this placement, well, higher education courses, may include, doing something with data entry or data or systems analyst, studying to be a data or systems analyst, maybe even learning to be, a statistician, or, or nutritionist, something in health, whether it's a primary care physician, what have you, dietitian, training, learning to be a health and fitness instructor. Um, it could be learning to be an editor, as some other examples are a veterinarian. And Jupiter also has a connection, it's associated with publishing. So this person may be enamored with publishing things associated, with health in general. Health and fitness could be an example, nutrition, diet, um, maybe even publishing something associated with editing, or pets. The more diminutive, the smaller animals, such as a cat or a dog. Diagnosing things, such as diagnosing, your vehicle, as an example. Jupiter is also associated with prosperity. So, prosperity may be gained, doing something Virgo related, which would include working as a statistician, nutrition, dietitian, health and fitness in general, doing something with sanitation, sanitizing, cleaning, professional organizer as some examples. And Jupiter also has a connection with traveling abroad, long distance journeys. So people that have this placement may often take trips by being very frugal in the process, spending the least amount of money as possible. They may often be work or employment related. They may be planned very well, but at the same time there may be some, worry or apprehension. And again, Jupiter can enlarge, qualities of a person. It can include the negative traits of Virgo, I would say, which can include being, worried and apprehensive. And the trips may be done in a very punctual and timely manner often. Now, Jupiter also is connected with religion, so this person may, follow their religion very scrupulously if they are religious, and doing so being very timely, in their religious congregation, such as, being at church at the, at the designated time very often, and also, could be a person that's very helpful to other members of the congregation if applicable. Now, Jupiter also is associated with foreigners, so one or more people that the person may know that's a foreigner may actually be a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be people that are very punctual, analytical, systematic, methodical, industrious, but the people may also at times be pedantic or overly persnickety. People that can be overly critical, judgmental, or cynical. And it could be people also that are in a Virgo profession, such as working as a dietitian, a nutritionist, some kind of analyst, such as a data or systems analyst working in a health field, as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.